Here we're given a graph of, I don't know, some function. I don't know what it is. And we are to estimate the value of each derivative, f prime at -3, f prime at -2, at -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then sketch the graph of f prime. Remember, if f prime itself can be a function, well, we can draw its graph. And we're estimating derivatives. So what we're going to do when so for f prime of -3, we're going to look where x is equal to -3 and then see if we can imagine a tangent line at that point. There we are. Now, so what we're doing is we're going to estimate the slope of this tangent line here. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go from here to here vertically. So I'm going to go as y goes from -1 to -2. That is a change in y of -1, right? This obviously has a negative slope. Then I'm going to estimate, okay, for the x values, how far does this go? Looks to me like it's about 1. So here, I'm going to say change in x is approximately 1. Now I'm going to put this in a chart over here, and you'll see why I'm doing it this way in a minute. But f prime of x, and we're starting with -3. And here I'm saying the slope is -1 over 1. And so I'm going to say this slope is about -1. So these are all estimates. And we're going to do the same thing for -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. -2 looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. That's a horizontal tangent line. And so we'll say that at -2, the slope is 0. At -1, we'll say we're going from, vertically, we're going to go from -2 to -1. And I should say I'm looking at the green line here. And when y is -3 here, I have a point over here that's, I don't know what it is, but it's somewhere right over here. That's where it crosses the horizontal line y equals -2. And then here is where it crosses the horizontal line y equals -1, right? It looks like it's on the y-axis. So for that vertical change on the green line, what's the horizontal change? And it looks like from here to here, I'm going to go -1, -2, -2 and like a quarter, right? So this is 1 over -2 and a quarter. And I may have said the vertical change is 1, but it's -1. And obviously the green line has a positive slope. -2 and a quarter is -9/4. And so I'm going to say that this slope is 4/9, right? 1 over 9/4. Now that you see what I'm doing, I'll go ahead and make estimates for the rest of these. All right, so I've come up with my numbers here. And at 0, I'm saying the slope of the tangent line is about 2. At 1, I did a rise of 3. I kind of looked at this, what looks like a y-intercept for the orange tangent line. And I went up 3, and it looks like that's over about 1.1, maybe 1.2, something like that. I don't know. You may say, well, you're making these up. Well, of course I am. These are estimates. Anyway, at 2, the tangent line is horizontal, and then at 3, the tangent line goes negative again. I said it was -5/8. And now here I have a grid that's about the same size as the original grid. And we're just going to plot these points and connect the dots with a smooth curve to get our estimate for the graph of f prime. So -3, -1, and then through editing magic, I have the rest of the dots, and now I'm going to connect them with a nice curve. I don't know why it's red. I'll change that in just a minute. And now I can see that to the left of 3, it looks like it goes steeper in the negative direction. So that becomes more negative. So I'll just continue that over there on the left. And then to the right of 3, it looks like it's becoming less negative, right? It's becoming more shallow. So I'll just kind of finish what looks like that curve off there. And there it is. There is my sketch of the graph of f prime. If you'd like, maybe go back to in the video where this original f was clear and see what you come up with for your values of f prime.